Hey, what's going on, Podcast Nation? It is Jason Harris here, and thank you for joining me on a special episode of Strategy with Jason. We are here at NADA 2025, the one, the only, Randy Kobat. Randy, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, Jason, thanks for having me.
Hey, we made it.
We made it. Yeah,
we
I know.
made it.
Yeah, some of my team flew into Jackson, Mississippi, and drove over. I was stuck in Tampa for a couple days. But as always, the energy on the floor is really strong, even though it might be a lighter attended show. But we're having great conversations with dealers, and we're trying to help them improve their business.
Dude, it was a trip. I mean, I'm going to say, there are people out there, I know if you're watching this, I know planes, some trains, there was definitely some automobiles.
Hitchhiking.
I mean, it seemed, but that's such an automotive thing, don't you think? That's like when there's like, I'm going to be there, it's like, I think any other vertical, if this was like a dental thing, I don't think people would have white knuckled it for 15 hours drive just to get here. So automotive.
We take the lead from our customers, right? And the dealers are so resilient.
I know, right?
And we behave the same way.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm glad I got a chance to come over. Actually got a chance to see some of the new stuff you guys are working on. And I'd love for everybody out there to kind of know as well, right? So let's dive in. You got a few really cool things that you guys are presenting here. Out of the few, what's your favorite?
I think one of the things that I'm most excited about, given my background and my previous relationship with Viato and leading that business for 10 years, is the integration that we've done between our Blue Driver OBD2 device that pulls all the diagnostic data off of the car and automatically is integrated now with the Viato appraisal experience.
That's cool.
Many times, one of the biggest challenges that we had when I was leading Viato is that appraisal process and really understanding what's going on inside the car. You can walk around the car, you can see a dent, you can see whether the tire tread's good enough or not, but what's going on inside that car has always been kind of a black hole or a mystery for the appraisers.
And that's why we always kind of had to leave like a range, because we didn't know. It could come in with no problems, it can come in with misalignments or bad motor mounts or just whatever.
Yeah. And so now you can bring that diagnostic data into your appraisal process and make better decisions, because we're not only telling you that the check engine light is on or that the consumer turned it off, but we're also giving you an estimate of what it's going to cost for the most likely repair for that check engine light or that diagnostic code.
See, I think that's really cool, because I think you guys could have just gone just that far of just saying, hey, look, this is what it is, and here's what's gonna. But you guys took it even a step farther. Not only did you say like here's the possible mechanical issue, you guys even attached a price to it.
Yeah.
I mean, really, you can't be making it any easier for me to get a very, very, very accurate approach. I mean, I gotta be honest, Randy. I was thinking about this as we were kind of going through the demo, right? I'm like, I can't find a reason not to use this. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, why would I just not use this? And I think the other cool thing, and this is maybe the old used car manager coming out of me, is like I feel more confident knowing that my team, when I'm not there, that was always the kicker, right?
Yeah.
It was always like, what happens when I'm not there, right?
Yep.
Because I'd always come back and everyone would be nervous about it. Well, we kind of like, wait, you didn't do it on that one, but you did it on this thing? What do I owe this thing for?
Right.
But like,
and that one needs a $4,000 transmission.
Exactly. I'm like, dude, you hear that thing? It's running like a hamster wheel. Like you don't.
Right.
Anyways, I seriously, as a used car manager, I can't imagine, because I can get that also data when I'm not even there.
Exactly. Right. Yeah. The other thing that's really important is we're kind of in an inflection point with trade-ins and service.
Yeah.
In that, many, many years ago on the sales side of the dealership, the consumers were able to get information online that put them at par with the dealer as far as what the invoice price was, what the incentives might be available on that car. We've sold over 1 million Blue Drivers in the history of the company on Amazon to do-it-yourselfers or consumers that now actually perhaps know more about their own car than the appraiser knows. So without this device, the appraiser is kind of at a disadvantage.
Yes.
And there's a difference between the product we sell on Amazon for $100 and the commercial grade product that the dealers can use. The dealers will have so much more information now and be at a better advantage than they are today.
Well, and again, it's just like with margins compressing, but I need my team to be confident in their acquisition, and I don't want to hold them back, right? I mean, look, I've had the opportunity to go out there and interview a lot of amazing operators, and it's usually one of those cases. Either that operator did a great job of, really kind of empowering their team with a process and a technology that allows them to achieve acquisitions at a level even when I'm not there and feel confident in it. And then, I see the polar opposite. And I'm sure you've seen this too, right?
Absolutely.
Where it's like you go to a dealership and it's like, dude, my used car manager ain't here. Like, I don't know. Like that's not a typical car we normally buy. You know, it's like, so I love this. I think that's absolutely awesome. But you still got a few more.
Oh, we do.
You do.
We do. We've been focusing a lot of time and investment in our reconditioning software platform. And one of the things that we've seen that is a misunderstanding in the dealership is that when the used car manager decides that they want to go from selling 75 cars a month to 100 cars a month, they don't take into account what's going to be required in the fixed ops department to be able to get those cars ready for front line and be able to resell them. And you can't build bays. It's a significant investment. But what you can do is you can apply lean manufacturing principles to the fixed ops department and the reconditioning process to get more throughput and increase your capacity through better processes and technology. That's what we're bringing in our reconditioning platform. We've really built it with a fixed ops focus. And we give the used car manager and the used car department the information that they need to be able to manage the process. And we bring all of the sublet vendors that you might be using into a marketplace so that you can more effectively manage this choreography that happens between fixed ops, the used car department, and your sublet third-party vendors.
I will say, I know you guys have experience in these departments because no one else would understand the nuances that happens between a service department and a used car manager, right? Like, I mean,
like we were saying, this is my 25th NADA. I've been around the block.
You've been around the block a few times. You know what I mean by that nuance or that relationship or that, I'm going to stab you, just leave my office. No, right? I mean, as a dealer principal, how many times I got stuck literally with those two children sitting in my office and pointing one finger at the other, the other one pointing another finger at the other. And it's like, I know you guys know that in that experience because that's how you guys approach the technology,
absolutely,
right? And I think it's absolutely phenomenal to be able to do that because, like, you're right. Look, as a used car manager, when we're thinking about increasing my volume, not the only conversation that typically has is just what's going to be the capital expense on that, and do I have the spots to do it, right? I think very similarly, as a used car manager, I don't think about like if my shop can handle it, and is that going to affect my speed of time to lot, right? Because But I don't think about that. I just like, 40 more cars. I'll just throw it in there. Mike will figure it out. Let him figure it out. But no, I love this. It's like smart scaling. And it's cool because I can see this as a dealer principal being able to sit down with both these individuals and actually just have a real conversation that everyone feels comfortable on and getting everybody on the same page. And just say, look, guys, this is the objective. We do need to go to 40 or 34 more cars a month. All right. And how are we going to be able to make sure that we're not messing up our time to speed? I love this. This is awesome.
And really having them have a common set of language, right? So that they can work together and become more effective and efficient as they work together across the two departments of the dealership and do it right the first time and reduce the bringbacks, all of that.
Exactly, right? Because you can't disrupt that, right? And when you do, how many times I've seen this happen? And I know if you're out there in your used car operations, I know you've seen this. You go to scale, and then literally the gross per unit almost immediately drops.
It can, definitely.
Right? And it's just because all those other factors in there. And so I'm talking about the third thing. See, this is why I know, like, I see all these connect, right? You guys know the importance of communication.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right? And as a used car manager, if you're a used car manager, I know you know what I'm talking about, all right? All right, you have your dent guy, you got your paint guy, you got, maybe you got some aftermarket parts guys, whatever it is, right? But like, emails, texts,
WhatsApp.
phone calls, WhatsApp.
That's the latest technology is WhatsApp. I
Smoke
guess.
signals.
Right. Yeah. Right,
You know,
yeah.
it's totally disorganized. And you guys have brought a solution for that as well.
Yeah. So at Repair on Demand, we have two of the largest software platforms that are used by technicians that do PDR, paint, wheels, detail. We have over 16,000 technicians currently using our software. And we brought all that together into our reconditioning platform. So 70% of the time, your sublet technicians are already using our software, and it's a natural workflow into what they do and how they do their job every day. So it really helps improve efficiency and effectiveness. They don't have to use a new app that you're bringing into your reconditioning process because they're used to using our app. And we've added a lot of additional feature functionality to help communication, help the invoicing, be attached to the VIN more effectively, and really help streamline the process.
Yeah, like I know if anybody's in the accounting department, I think that last little bit that you just said there, I mean, because come on, how many times have I got my dent guy fix those 6 cars last month, but he only invoiced me for the other 2 that he did this month, and now I'm coming back to my controller. I'm going,
right?
Like, no, I closed that out. That car's gone. Like,
and we identify that as a big pain point because it's the end of the month in January. You close the month out, and on February 15th, you get an invoice from your PDR guy that just actually made that car you sold in January unprofitable.
Right? 100%.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So look, if you're watching and listening, you have to check out the website. The website is
RepairOnDemand.com.
There you go. Okay. Some amazing solutions. Randy, for everybody out there watching, listening, any final words, or is there a great way that maybe they can connect with you and even continue some of the conversation we had today?
Yeah, I'm happy to get your email. My email is randy.kobat, Kobat, at RepairOnDemand.com. I look forward to hearing from many of you out there. I know Jason, with your network, we're gonna get blown up now.
No, guys, like I know we are, right? Like, look, I mean, guys, I'll say it. I mean, we're talking about the orchestra, all right? You all know what I'm talking about with the orchestra, right? You have this group of people that are helping, all right? You have to be able to report the information back to your controller and administrator. And then you also got to be able to coordinate with your fixed ops department so that vehicle can get time to speed where it needs to be so that we can maintain profitability. Look, it's a process. You got to have the right people, and that's another podcast we should do one on that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, but it is a process and it's a technology, and you got to have that technology to support that process. So this has been a lot of fun, man.
Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it.
I appreciate it. For everybody out there watching, listening, we appreciate you. Thank you so much.